On this Veterans Morning, ahead of the Mayor's Breakfast and the annual and always well attended, the biggest Veterans Day Parade in the state of Florida, we're pleased to be joined by Nick Howland, Jacksonville City Council member. But I also pulled you in because of the significance of an announcement that the Fire Watch just had.
Yeah.
So before we even get to the parade, you're also the leader of the Fire Watch. What is the Fire Watch and what was the announcement?
Yeah, well, Rich, thanks for highlighting us and our mission. The Fire Watch is Florida's fight to end veteran suicide. We're trying to end veteran suicide by preventing it. And our cornerstone prevention program we call the Watchstander program. We launched it here in Northeast Florida about 5 years ago. It's based on CPR, and we're trying to train as many members in the community as we can to recognize the warning signs of crisis and get people to help. Just like CPR trains you to recognize the warning signs of crisis and get people to help. And as I mentioned, we launched it here in Jacksonville 5 years ago. Well, we're proud to say that just this month we passed 10,000 trained watchstanders, and not just here in Northeast Florida, but all over the state. In Tampa and Southeast Florida and the Space Coast, out in the Panhandle. We are using data to find out where veterans are at highest risk of suicide, and we're growing our Watchstander program in those places.
How will you then be able to determine success after that number? What does success look like?
Well, we use that same data not only to plan where we're going to grow our Watchstander program, to see how we're doing according to milestones. And this is a key figure, and thanks for asking that question. Since 2019, when we launched, we have seen veteran suicides across the nation drop 1%. Across Florida, drop 5%. And here in Northeast Florida, where the largest group of our watchstanders are, roughly 4,000 of those 10,000, we've seen veteran suicides come down 25%.
Wow. Is the goal to be able to continue to grow the number of watchstanders to then keep that number of suicide preventions growing as well? And what is the target?
Oh, absolutely, it is our goal. It's a goal to double down and grow as fast as we possibly can. I think my board will be meeting in December, and we're going to talk about a new goal, but we're probably going to try to see if we can hit 25,000 in the next 4 years, which would be remarkable. And of course, we're not training watchstanders in places where there's no veterans at high risk, because just like CPR, we want our watchstanders to engage with veterans out in the community, at church, at work, at home, with their neighbors, and then have an interaction with a veteran, identify those signs if that veteran's at risk, and know how to get veterans to the help they need. So it's important for us to only train folks where veterans are at high risk of suicide. That's what we'll continue to do.
What does today mean to the veteran community and to the city of Jacksonville?
Well, it means everything, and it's a time when our community comes together to honor veterans. And what we always like to say at the Fire Watch is, if you want to honor a veteran besides thanking them for their service, well, you can always take our training, join our Watchstander network, and you do that with a 30 to 40 minute training. It's free. It's online, and you can do it at thefirewatch.org, a great thing to do on Veterans Day.
Are we, as a society, asking better questions of a veteran to ensure that they know that they have help?
I think we are. In fact, not just in this veteran subpopulation, which is a particularly vulnerable subpopulation to suicide, but I think writ large, the stigma of asking for help is starting to go away. I think as a society, we're doing better in reaching out, asking if someone needs the help, and helping them get to the resources they need.
Your other role as Jacksonville City Council member, is the city financing enough financially and resource-wise for the veteran population in Jacksonville now? If not, what is it going to take going forward?
Well, I think we can always do more. There's several programs, including one started by my colleague, Councilman Lehman, to help mini grants to help business veteran entrepreneurs get their businesses off the ground. And over time, there's been a lot of funding. In fact, the city of Jacksonville, well before I was on city council, was one of the seed funders of the Fire Watch, including with Nassau, St. John's, Baker, and Clay counties. And now the Fire Watch is funded by a kind of a diverse funding base, including federal, state, and private foundations. But the city has always been there for veterans. We're one of the most military and veteran-friendly cities in the nation, and as long as I'm around, we'll continue to be.
Is there something that you do intentionally on a day like today for veterans, whether it's thanking them, paying it forward, just being intentional in doing something a little out of the ordinary, perhaps?
I think our whole community is doing it. You can actually see on WOKV and all of our news stations that there are businesses out there ready to help veterans today, giving them discounts and freebies. We're having the parade today to honor our veterans. We'll have the special Grand Marshal of the parade, who I believe, I'm not sure who it is, it'll be announced soon, the oldest veteran in Jacksonville. And I think this community writ large cares and loves its veteran population and their families.
City Council member and what's the role at the Fire Watch?
Executive
The
Director.
Executive Director at the Fire Watch, Nick Howland. Congratulations on 10,000 watchstanders.
Thank you, Rich.
And happy Veterans Day. Good
Thank
to see
you. I appreciate
Thank
that.
you. Appreciate it.